Hi, I'm Stephanie and this is my home, the 16th century Chateau de Lalande. Lalande was owned for hundreds of years by a family of marquises who were at the heart of French royal life. One of them even had the honour of being sent by King Louis XV to greet Marie Antoinette on her arrival in France. But, far from being a stuffy museum, this chateau is a living home. I live here all the time and am regularly joined by my mother, my family, my friends, and wonderful volunteers from all over the world who help me to lovingly restore this historic home. Welcome to Lalande, a chateau filled with life, love, and laughter. Now, not much gets me out of my bed at the moment, but this does. Sorry about my outfit for this, but I could not see this. It's too exciting.
That beam is actually basically hanging.
It's not attached to anything.
No.
So we'll see what we discover.
We'll see what we see.
Well, what's going to happen?
Steph, do you need a mask? Oh.
I've got one with me. Whippling. Oh wow, it's just breaking. Wow. First one out. I can't describe how exciting I find this. Especially when it gets to this side of the room. I'm going to start really seeing that down. It's going to be so exciting.
Nice. Did I tell you about the fact that Ian said that all the black stripes on the hood that was from the fire?
Okay, so this is the old plaster, which obviously, well, it's old plaster, but it had this very strange faux sort of stone.
The faux stone.
To it. And when we started to peel this back, because we've got to find the wall support, we realised there's another layer behind.
Oh wow!
Much, much older. You can see how it's been glued on. Completely different format. And as you pull that off, you can see the original pigment of the paint.
That's quite a nice
in
colour.
Places, you can see the lines that are transferred across from where this had a very similar styling, but in white and in blue. Only little tiny pieces, unfortunately.
Oh, wow!
So that's the old. That's obviously the old style of plastering.
Yeah.
I would imagine pre the fire, and then this new stuff is more of a fibreboard. It's nothing I've ever seen in the UK. But this must be a very early version of plasterboard, I imagine.
Right.
Which would, you know, make sense, sort of like 1800s, and that would have been added onto the top.
You can really see the square on the back of it as well in white.
You can see the pigment lines of the old paint.
Can really see the square.
So I think they've actually mirror imaged. They've copied what was there before.
I mean, if it ain't broke.
And if you look here, for example, that's definitely a burn mark.
Oh, okay.
So I think that when this caught fire, this front, and this was rebuilt, obviously these floors may have been added up because of some damage beneath.
Yeah.
This room wasn't touched, hence just these two spaces have that slightly lower floor.
Right. I think that too, because on the other side, you can see that there's a window bricked up. And the stair a bit, there's a window that's half bricked up. And that would have never been built that way.
No. So that's pretty much what's happening. So yes, they lost this front facade. Yeah. But somehow this survived. So we got the burn mark to prove it, and these two different types of plaster. I mean, completely different ages.
Super cool.
Yeah. Here we are a time team.
Yes, Ian, is it true that you think that this is blackening from the fire?
There was a piece of wood just sticking out here and it wasn't definitely charred.
Okay, so that bit.
Well, I think this side got fire damage.
That's in keeping with what we thought, because all the back windows are still the original ones, and the front ones are 19th century.
Yeah, so we think that this was the side most affected by the fire, but we can't prove it. Philip told me this is what you discovered whilst I was away.
This is a new board.
Yes.
If you look at that, that's just old plaster, but this has actually got the hair and everything else.
Yeah. That's
made as a board.
Very interesting.
And Steph noticed that the same pattern is on the beam behind you.
And you can even see.
Yeah, so here you can see that there was a dado painted a different colour below, and then painted with a sort of fake stone patterning above. Okay, we're going to leave the men cutting the beams out. And next time I come through from my room, I think there's going to be a big difference. Then we can start discovering also what the situation is with the floor. Very exciting. Well, there's also sounds weird, but it's really nice lying in bed there and hearing all this happening. I feel like even if I'm lying in bed, things are getting done.
Steph, I brought you a cup of tea.
Oh, thank you.
Why is it that whenever I walk in here, I never see you resting or reading?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can see the external hard drive.
I'm just very enjoying this book. I can't read right now.
Yes, it's an excellent book.
Yes, it is. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. No, I was just looking at a tiny bit of footage. I like doing it.
I know, but you should be resting.
It makes me happy. I feel very... Look, I couldn't be more rested.
Tea makes you happy too.
Yeah, it does. It makes me really happy.
Ian just came down and he told me the wall is gone.
Already?
The slats. So
I'm literally just in there.
I know. So do you want to go and have a look?
Yes!
Great.
Oh, that's the bread arriving.
Nice.
I love that sound. That's the dulcet sound of the bread delivery woman. I love living here.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. This was so quick. It's literally been like half an hour.
No.
How? How did you do it so fast?
Big saw.
Oh, wow.
That's the easy bit. Now we have to cut through here because this big timber goes the whole length of your dressing room as well.
Yes.
So we've got to cut this down here now.
Yes.
One of these guys hanging on to this end, because this will float a little bit. Then we've got to get this pretty much into the centre.
Right.
Ian's going to have a ladder up that end, and we're slowly going to lift it off the acros.
And see what on earth is going on, and does the
Yeah.
entire ceiling collapse with it.
So I'm afraid you're going to be trapped in here for a moment before we close that door off, and Ian puts his ladder up there.
It looks like there's a tile up there as well.
That here?
Yeah.
These are the bricks that I was talking about earlier, the bricks.
Oh, right.
Well, hopefully you'll find treasure. We're always hoping. Never give up hope.
Through. We can lower it down a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Wow, everyone's got a roll. Except me, unless you count holding a camera.
Okay, so we just want to gently lower these down.
You look like Atlas, Ian.
Is that lowering down too?
Yeah, mine's going down there.
Do you need hard hats for this?
Pete, are you happy for me to take this top away? Yep. All yours out.
Okay, that side's out.
Nope.
Quite a lot of bits falling, which is worrying me.
Okay. You okay? Right, can you move that top away from there?
Fantastic.
Okay. Right. We can start to lower now. So my shoulders here. Okay. Right. Bring it down. You can go down the ladder gently.
Wow, there's a whole terracotta floor above it, which is really bizarre because there isn't a terracotta floor upstairs.
Okay, mate. You right? Yeah. Okay. I've got the weights, right? Okay. There we go.
Amazing.
This is obviously here. You can see the floor joists from above. And for some reason,
There's a terracotta floor under.
they're just old,
Floor
really
above.
old terracotta brick. They just filled the pockets in with it. That's all.
Weird. Anyway, the good news is that the ceiling is the same height on both sides, which we weren't certain of at the
This is
beginning.
the first in this property now.
Lovely job. Fantastic.
Please come over down.
Well, looking at that ceiling, I'm very happy that there's a plasterer in the room.
I got a copy of the original.
Maybe it's a very beautiful one.
Yeah.
We could have that one remade. It's in 3 sections.
Yeah. It's quite a lovely one, the original coving. Is that doable, Ian?
Yes, we can. Well, we just have to do. Yeah. The impossible we do today, miracles take a bit longer. But no, we can take a moulding. We can actually take a moulding of the moulding.
Yeah.
And send it off and have it made.
It's fantastic. Absolutely love it. This is cheering up. I love it. Best to pass that bit quickly with your hands on the head, fella.
Right, I mean...
Because this is now a hard hat zone.
Yeah, but they're going to be taking those out, so...
Yeah. Wow, what a room. It's beautiful.
Such a difference.
Okay.
Beautiful. So porcelain in Emmaus is my happy place, but bread is yours.
The thought of bread gave me the strength to get dressed and come downstairs. So I'm feeling pretty chuffed because it's time for today's enforced walk.
Are we going to look at the herbs again?
We're going to go and see if Dan's around.
Is it time for it?
I'm going to have to sit down, honestly. If you start with the
That's in honour.
I'm too weak for the
That's in honour of the patrons.
Do you want some bread?
Yes, I would like some bread, thank you.
I'm guessing like this?
Yes.
Voilà, monsieur.
Okay. I'm really excited because I'm going to have a ham and mayonnaise sandwich.
Is this a mayonnaise you've been going on about?
Yes, because the French mayonnaise is terrible.
Delicious. It's delicious. I don't know. And you always say, can I try?
Yes, you can.
I want to see what the difference is.
In colour, it's already like...
That's not mayonnaise.
That is
That's
mayonnaise.
salad cream. That's my least favourite thing in the world.
That is mayonnaise.
I don't believe that.
It's called mayonnaise. Look at the front.
It's got sugar in it, Philip.
What?
It's got sugar in.
What are you talking about?
It's like salad cream. It's really
It
tangy.
says mayonnaise. That is Dutch mayonnaise.
That's lovely.
You're literally poking fun at the Dutch now because
No,
like this is
Dutch. That's
this is
great
the
salad cream.
homeland. It's like
To get my mayonnaise. Excellent. Okay, no, I take it back. This has also got a lot of things in. I'm going to do a taste comparison.
you're gonna like the French one best because you're used to
Yeah,
it.
it's because what I'm used to. No,
The Dutch
they're
one-
different. They're very different.
But just keep on trying the Dutch one because it's so much better. It really is. Agree to disagree.
It is time for the enforced walk. We're looking for Dan.
That sounded like it is I, Leclerc.
This might be Dan. I hear a tractor. I don't see a tractor.
I see peacocks.
Oh, I see a tractor and I don't see Dan. That is not Dan.
That is
Jeff Way,
definitely not Dan.
So where are they? Let's go on a hunt. Where could he be?
I mean, Dan's van is still here.
Yeah, the van, so he's got to be here somewhere. Let's go for a little wander. You look stunning.
Thank you.
Honestly, this is like a movie. I feel as though I'm in the set of some Disney movie. And you're the princess in disguise as a florist in the village.
Yes. Keeping warm.
That's stunning. Look at the orchids.
Yeah, you see, I had to use them, and I'm not very fond of exotic plants, but I find them beautiful. Like,
Yes.
it's not really my style, but I know someone who loves them in this house, and so I'm making a bouquet for Natty.
For Natty. That is just spectacular.
Oh, thank you.
I love them. I think those orchids are glorious.
Thank you. I really like the orange pop of colour.
Yes.
So I hope she likes it.
And are these beautiful flowers from Alice again?
Yeah, a little bit from Alice and a little bit that I've ordered myself.
No Dan, but a Marie. That's something, right? I feel that we found something exciting. Hello.
Excuse the mess.
Oh, come on, it's laughably pretty.
Oh, thank you. You have to come and stand here. 'Cause
Okay.
This is the pretty
Right.
side.
That's where it's
Yeah, I've just
planned to be looked at from.
Yeah, I've
Marie,
just
that
taken a
looks so
photo
stunning.
here. So, well, I've taken away the candles because I only have candles for photos, not for actual.
Imagine it for warmth as you stand by a single candle.
Not yet. But yeah.
No, it's getting better and better every day now.
Oh, yeah, it is. So I've got some beautiful flowers for this week, and then I've got some beautiful flowers from Alice.
That's so beautiful.
They are stunning.
And the dried flowers, bouquet, and some roses. So, and there's flowers everywhere, to be honest.
They
You
really
can
are.
just turn around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. And oh, I've ordered these Helleborus.
Oh yes.
I know.
You had some at Christmas as well, didn't you? White ones.
Yeah, and the pedal is
Yeah.
absolutely stunning. I love it so much. So I feel like I'm in heaven.
Everywhere I look.
Yes.
Absolutely everywhere. And more down there hiding.
Yeah, this is just
just a few more lilies.
just a little bit.
Oh, look behind me.
This is the Easter spring section.
Oh, because we have themed sections.
Yeah.
Easter spring section.
Yeah. I tried to colour coordinate a little bit so that it's
These are my favourites.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I love visiting Marie. It's magical in there, isn't it?
I prefer this studio over the studio in the stables.
Yeah, she prefers it too.
Good. I mean, it looks so much better. It's just a gorgeous backdrop with all the flowers.
I love it. I just love it.
Makes me really happy.
Yeah. And now look at this. You hadn't seen this, had you, Philip? These trees all down. Isn't it amazing? So this happened last week and I filmed it all. We've got the footage and we're going to show you that now.
This one, you'll see what I mean with dead trees. Don't just fell, basically it's just collapsed.
Wow. Oh, you see, that is how dangerous it is. And like the size of that right next to the chapel.
Yeah.
And it was completely rotten inside.
And that's the bottom bit of it, you've got all that up
Whoa.
above it. And it's rotten, the ants have moved in.
Yeah, the ants are absolutely crawling through it.
What you can see is I started cutting through the hinge.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you normally have.
Yeah.
And it's just, but it just disintegrated. And that's what started to concern me about the redwood.
You think that might happen there?
The split, it seems to, is nearly down to the floor. And I've seen these go. And I've seen them collapse. I want these 3 down this afternoon.
Including that one that's leaning towards the chapel, yeah.
There's one, two, this dead one here.
Yeah.
The one behind it, and the chestnut's going up that way.
Yeah.
Which then will make it a lot clearer to get those 2 down, and these 3.
And then the chapel will be safe.
And everything's clear from the chapel.
Oh my goodness, I've just wandered back to see what's going on and Nick is halfway up a tree with a chainsaw. It looks as though he's going to try and climb really high up. He's just clearing the branches in the way whilst he climbs up. I'm just going to remind you all of how high off the ground he is. Isn't this amazing?
I was wondering where the safe place.
Yeah, here by the chapel. I figure he's not going to want to hit the chapel, so we're probably in the safest spot here.
I was just wandering around the front. I haven't seen him do this.
No, it's incredible.
I've seen the trees coming down because I've been cutting down the grapevines on the other side, a lot smaller.
Oh, it's so high up.
So how does he? Did you see him sort of get up there?
Yeah, he's got a rope. That's not that high.
No. It's not high at all.
You're used to higher?
Yeah.
That's incredibly high to me.
It is high. So he takes off the branches.
Yeah, he takes off the branches and he uses his rope to pull himself higher.
So where is the rope then?
It's around the trunk and he's wearing it as a harness.
Oh, I see. But it's not...
There you go, see? There. He's moving the rope up.
That's it. That it's just his weight against that.
Yeah, against that rope.
Wow. Oh, I wouldn't fancy that. How straight is that trunk? It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Look, it's basically Tarzan.
Yeah.
He's dismantling it because of the lean and the other trees that are around it.
Right.
Plus the beautiful chapel that's next to it.
Yeah, good that you noticed that. Which way will the tree go?
It's going down the track.
Right.
It's not nothing will be coming out the woods this way.
Right.
Everything's going back into the woods.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
That's the reason why some have got to be pieced down rather than just...
Right.
So is this one coming down in sections?
Yeah.
Oh, it is a... How tall would you say that tree is?
The moment is using a 40-metre rope, so... You're looking at about 20 metres where he's going to.
Right, right.
Because you've got to make sure you've got enough rope to get back down.
Right. Yeah, that would be a bit of a...
He's got to dig his big rope out for the big redwood.
Yeah.
When is the redwood coming down?
That could be a couple of weeks.
Yeah, week after next,
We've
he
got
said.
to proper clear the track out and everything.
Right.
So it's got a straight line for it.
Right, yeah.
The redwood could possibly just explode on impact.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah,
as
because of the
he's cutting it,
Right.
because if you look at it from this angle, you can see the split that's already developing in it.
Really high
it
up.
actually comes lower than what we thought. It comes all the way down.
Right.
And if you look at the second half of the tree, is where the side stem is actually already come out with the stem.
Top of that one. Oh yeah, I can see it now. It's in this one. I just looked up as you said that, I could see it.
You see this one here? The left-hand one.
Yeah, left-hand one, yeah.
See the branch sticking that's not meant to be in the right-hand side one?
Oh, it's, yes.
That's the top of the left-hand one.
What on earth is it doing in there?
Snapped out because the left-hand one's dead.
Yeah, you can just see the bottom of it sticking at a diagonal. Well, that complicates things.
Yeah, it'll come out in a minute.
It's a lovely view.
Yeah, I bet. You're higher than the chapel.
Sorry?
You're higher than the chapel.
Well, I am higher than your roof.
Oh my goodness, you're higher than the chateau.
French don't tend to climb as much. They'll prefer to bring a cherry picker or a crane or something.
The French tree surgeons.
Yes.
Well, he's definitely climbing. That's quite some father you have.
Come back a little bit, yeah.
Yep, wherever you think I should stand.
Good fit down there.
Down here? Yeah. It's taking the top out and it should go down this.
Should. Okay, great. Let's go as far back as possible.
I've not known him miss where he wants to put him. Unless the wind picks up.
Yeah. There it goes. Wow. Perfect. Well, swinging around up there. Well done!
The most dangerous part about this job is the tree. Because we know that our harnesses, our ropes and everything are up to standard.
Yeah.
The only thing we cannot tell that's happening is inside of the tree.
If it's rotten at the core.
Yeah. Well, it's like the stunt that
I
he
saw
showed
the other
you.
one, yeah.
The same thing can happen with the redwood.
Yeah.
It's literally, the tree is the most unsafest thing that we've got to use.
Yeah.
Because it's like looking at something you can't see through, looking through a brick wall.
Yeah. So now this is it coming down in sections?
Yeah, now we'll just meter it down, safely bring it down in meters.
Great. Wow.
I'm looking at the big one.
It's amazing. That one's going next week.
Nice.
This is just going to be a huge job.
Like split somehow.
Yeah, it's terrible. That's why it has to go, poor thing. But now, finally, it's clear around the chapel, and these two are going as well.
Yeah, that's smart.
Really start clearing all the way down here.
Because that's quite close to the chapel.
Have you seen how it's leaning?
Yes, I have seen that.
Very scary. Well, we haven't found Dan yet. Doesn't it look better on this side?
You can actually see everything.
I know.
It looks so much bigger.
Yeah, that's amazing. It makes the garden feel bigger because you suddenly realise there's a whole other bit of garden after the moat that carries on.
And you want to make this into like a very formal parterre garden one day.
Formal parterre, which all of the guest bedrooms look down onto.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
That's beautiful. I'd love that. So many exciting things happening at the moment. But where's Dan?
I don't know. Thank goodness his van is still there after all the exploring.
I know, he's definitely here. Earlier I was looking out of the window and I kept seeing him busy doing things. Oh, I'm going to go on in a puff of smoke.
We heard a sound.
We heard a sound like, there he is! Dan's bound to be doing something interesting. What's Dan doing?
No, just hiding really.
What are you working on?
Just tidying up really, fit some bats.
When are you going to start with the flamethrower? I just keep hoping for the flamethrower.
Yeah, I need to get some gas.
Okay, next week. Good.
Yes.
I might help a little bit with that. Attack some weeds.
Okay.
Good, good. Okay, well you carry on doing whatever it is you were doing with those planks of wood.
Yeah, no, just looking busy. I couldn't find the clipboard, so...
See you later. Right. Well, we've walked around the entire property. I think that counts as a walk, doesn't it?
Yes, I think this will suffice.
Okay. Cup of tea then. Two major advancements have been made. first is that I got dressed for the first time since leaving hospital. And the second is that we're investigating under the floor. It's the old pipes.
It's that old, this must
That's
be the
not
old
our pipe.
sheet of cars, I think. Oh, they might be brass, but anyway, very old fittings. And somebody's actually made up a new flooring that sits under there, which may again relate back to that fire all those years ago.
Yeah.
It's possible.
And maybe that's why they raised it a little bit, because they were getting the pipes underneath.
I don't think so. I think maybe they actually these joists have been stopped short to actually just allow that piping to go through there. So
No treasure yet.
None. Well, copper. Scrap copper.
Well, so not good news on the floor front. We are going to need a new floor.
Yes.
And try and keep this one to reuse elsewhere because it's too beautiful.
Well, this is a much bigger space than in there, but because of the way it's put together, if I could save enough of this to do that room, that's going to be stunning.
Yeah,
it keeps the
that
history
could be
involved.
lovely. Yeah.
And maybe you could do the little entrance bit too, between the two doors that way.
Well, again, because we've got to change the flooring, haven't we, at that point?
At that point. But then we could keep that flooring there.
Well, we could, but we have two floors here, don't we? Can we not have a mix? Just inside the doorway, we go from these white blanks.
And to the stone then, we get the
And
stone.
then the stone with a little bit of 18th century parquet.
Parquet as well, how strange. Wow, it's all happening
much
there.
newer style than over there. If we can rescue from there, we could do this little...
Yeah, so we go from
the stone.
Yes.
to parquet, to planks, and then to this kind of short plank system, and then to terracotta in the dressing room.
Yeah. But that used to be a bathroom.
It was a bathroom, yes. And I think that the terracotta is not really working for the dressing room here.
We can transfer that into here and this ante-room space.
Good idea. That way we keep the history, we keep the floor, we use it in the two areas that don't have a good floor, which is great. Then we need to get a new floor for this entire space.
And I think we'll take it through into that doorway as well, because actually the patina of this is more in keeping with the really old part of the chateau, so it'll just flow through.
And I'm not that happy anyway with this more modern fireplace that was added in the 19th century onto an older chimney breast that is much bigger than the fireplace. The floor was done at the same time, so the hearth is small. The hearth is to fit this fire.
Yes, without question. And because this constant movement is going to cause this to crack as well.
Yes.
So it wants to come back out to here, and it wants to be more of a ladies. This isn't really what you would put a ladies' boudoir. The colours are all wrong. Styles are all wrong.
No, the style's completely wrong anyway for the width of the chimney, so that one can come out. Good,
And we
good.
can
I think we're getting there.
we can reutilise this marble on some of the other ones that are slightly...
That's it. We have some that are broken and that they need fixing, and that can do that.
And if you have enough parquet of this one left, maybe the bit between your bedroom and this room there as well, because it's got the terracotta there as well.
Oh yes, that's
Oh yes, I forgot about that, yes.
Yes.
Well again, it just depends on how it comes apart.
Right.
It might just go together like a jigsaw puzzle, be very easy, and we save great swathes of it. We just have to...
Yeah, that could be good in there. See, there's just that little bit is terracotta. Well, very, very exciting. It's all happening here. This room is going to be so beautiful.
Total transformation. You just won't recognise it, do you?
Total transformation already.
No.
Already. Absolutely fantastic.
And now, the thing that most of you have been asking for, some of you have been dreading, as I've taken over editing for this week. This will be the first installment of Philip's Woodland Watch, because we've got some hidden cameras in the forest, and they picked up some beautiful woodland animals. This week, we'll have a look at Bernard the badger. Oh, look at how cute he is. It's honestly...
and our dear, dear friend Hendrika Hedgehog. Look at her little paws and tail. Oh, just melts my heart.
I'm so sorry, everyone. I couldn't stop. Once he saw the woodland cam footage, that was it. And the awful thing is, there's so much more to go.
I know, we've got Deborah deer, Deidre deer,
footage.
Simonetta squirrel.
I think that Woodland Watch might creep into a few more vlogs from now on. Philip's very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
There's no stopping him.
It just makes me smile.
The badger.
Bernard.
A huge thank you to all of our patrons at Lalande who are making this vlog possible, especially our Dauphin and Dauphine of Lalande, Yadel and Ether, Dan Bander, Wailing Banshee, Brian Barnard, Brandon and John Michael, Cecilia Begum, Denise Behrens, Jill Bidwell, Candice Blackburn, Candice and Ed Borkowski, Clara Butcher, Paolina Calabro, Chloe Chalikani, Stephen Sarah Cole, Zoe Dork, Sakura Dennis, Zane Dixon, Jackie Ellison, Nicholas W. Fairfax, Tracy Ferrari, Caroline Firster, Abigail Grant, Fifi Greenberg, Crystal Hardy, Brenda Harris, Delane Hallbrook, Kim Hasselhoff, David and Tong Henderson, Jacqueline Holmes, Priscilla Hubler, Brian Kelsey and Phil Burnt, Jimmy Kemp, Nadia Kennedy, Lisa LaForge, Dave and Summer Lalande, Morgan Lawley, Victoria Lapine, Janet Huff Lombard, Marina, Frank Martin, Meredith, Robert Miller, Kathy Norrie, JC O'Ward, Maureen Palmer, Teresa Sloan, Frank Poposky and James Snow, Tamara Price, Armin Rahman, Tonya Renee, RJB, Bettina Rojek, Hanny Ross, Mary Ryan, Elizabeth Scanlon, Sven Schreiber, Lisa Schultz, Jennifer Shanks, Patty Suhu, Susan Stevens, Anne The Leaf House, Sarah Thornton, Colleen Troyer, Renee Valelli, Victoria, Jessica Walker, Brandy Walton, Laura Watkins, Lucas Wallen, James Whalen, Cheryl Whitaker, Christine Wilson, Winnie de la Cockapoo, Greg Wood, David Young and Ludovico Ordonazzo. And thank you to all of you.